Hello and welcome to TA for Traders. It's Friday the 19th of January. In this short video we're going to be looking at the charts on the Nasdaq-100, which on TradingView has the code NAS100 USD. What you'll see, or what we'll see, is that TTYF, been going on about this for maybe months now. The trend is your friend. Stay with it whilst we're in this uptrend. Momentum is strong. On the Nasdaq, perhaps on the daily, getting slightly overextended from the moving averages and slightly overbought, but stay with these markets whilst they continue on this run. Let's look at those charts. So here we are, and we're looking at the weekly chart. So each candle represents 1 week, and you can see that we're in a solid uptrend, perhaps towards the upper boundary of that trend, but nevertheless it remains in place, slightly overextended from the moving averages, and the RSI slightly overbought up at 78, but that's a sign of the solid upside momentum that we've got on the Nasdaq. Momentum also confirmed with the MACD, short term back above the long term, very high level low 239 or 240 actually on the short term, so slightly overbought there as well. It's the same on the daily. You can see we're towards the upper boundary of the trading range of the uptrend, slightly overextended away from the 20 and the 50-day moving averages, although they're still moving up and will be support on any pullback, of course, and slightly overbought on the RSI, 77.64 on the RSI, but those MACD again are positive. And on the 4-hour, not as overextended. In fact, early this week we did pull back to the 20 of the 4-hour and then accelerated up again. The last move yesterday took us higher again. Does look actually good technically. On the RSI, we've perhaps had a non-confirmation, but it's still very early days on this 4-hour, so wait to see what happens to that. It will go back up quite naturally anyway when these down 4-hour periods drop out, so it may get back up to the levels that it saw on the peaks of 16th of Jan, which was about 74. It's at 67.18 now, and that slight loss of upside momentum is indicated with the MACD. They are tracking sideways, but with them, as I said, with the move yesterday evening, expect those to move up as well. Looking at the support and resistance levels, resistance 68.37.6, support from the 20 of the 4-hour 67.90 spot 06, and then the 50 of the 4-hour 67.38.1. So that's been TA for Traders having a look at the Nasdaq, very much like we saw earlier in the week on the S&P and the Dow. The TTYF, trend is your friend. You stay with this rally. We're maybe slightly overextended on the daily and on the weekly. That RSI is slightly overbought, but the upside momentum does remain positive. Please remember, these videos are only my opinion and they're not an investment recommendation. I realise that this video is kind of a repeat of what we've seen on the S&P and the Dow, but I thought I'd throw it in at the end of the week just to cover all the major US indices. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, please do hit the subscription button. You then get email updates when I come out with other videos. I don't just cover equity indices. I look at the FX, the commodity markets, and I also do videos on single stocks in the UK and the US. Please read the disclaimer.